Every day in politics is an adventure. There's so much happening in the media cycle, it's hard to keep up. Elections are over, well, except for Florida and Georgia. We have a new Congress beginning in January, and one thing that we have to do as a collective is to keep our lawmakers accountable. We voted them in, so we are their bosses. We should assure that our lawmakers are adhering to the rule of law, and a lots of times we as individuals don't realize the power that we have. But you can affect change because all politics are local. So here we go. Let's get the preliminary stuff out of the way. If you want to join the conversation, call 563-999-3627. Again, the number is 563-999-3627. On Twitter, I'm at Cara Live. For this conversation, use the hashtag Cara Live. Follow on Facebook and Instagram at Cara Live. So tonight, my guest is Mike McQuarrie. He's the communication director for Stacey Plus, who's a representative of the Virgin Islands. His Twitter and IG handle is DCNupe90. Again, that is DCNUPE90. And so, where do we start? I guess we should start with Michigan. And an hour outside of, oh, hi, Mike.
How you doing?
I'm good, thanks. So, an hour outside of your hometown of Detroit is Flint, Michigan. And
yes,
Flint
ma'am.
Flint has been suffering from a water crisis with high lead levels since 2014.
Actually, Flint's been suffering for years before that when the auto industry left. But that's another story.
Oh, wow. So the water crisis is just another addition to what was already happening.
Exactly.
So tell us about Flint then and what the current status is.
Flint is the water. People have to still boil their water. This is almost 2 years later, if you can believe that. You still have people volunteering and donating water to the city. From what I understand, they're still going through some court issues with the people that did it with the state and things like that. But the bottom line is that the water problem is not fixed. You still have residents there that have to boil their water, they can't drink their water, and they've been going through this for years. And it's sad that a city in this country is going through that right now. And Flint is a town, workers, a blue collar town. It used to be a lot of people who would work in the auto industry in Detroit would go back home and live because the rent and the housing was cheaper in Flint. And so that's how it kind of became, what it is now. And it's also famous for a few basketball players from the high school that went on to play professional, things like that. But it's a blue-collar town that doesn't deserve this.
Yeah, so you're saying 2 years. Actually, I thought it was longer than that.
It might. Remember, it was going on before they even caught it.
Okay. So also, I guess my understanding is that the residents are being provided bottled water to drink, to cook, to bathe, as well as to boil it.
Yes.
Which is crazy. I mean,
probably the only place in America.
I guess you probably should explain, or if you have all the information on how this happened in the first place, as far as the governor and what happened with the water contamination, how it occurred.
Right, and it's very funny that you say all elections have consequences. We had a Republican governor at the time. A little backstory is that it's just the pipes that handled the water and where the water was coming from was contaminated. And the state of Michigan, who was to regulate, the water and make sure, the environment was safe for that city, let the city down. And so you have a lot of people who were working for the Republican governor's administration now are being indicted for various crimes.